Welcome to Sports Roundup on this Thursday night, September 25th, 2014. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. It is what's happening on the world of sports, and we're going to start you off at Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts, where the Boston Red Sox squared off against the Tampa Bay Rays in the final of a 3-game series there. And Red Sox open up the scoring in the bottom of the first there. On a Danley Nava out of that sacrifice fly, the left fielder Matt Joyce and Mookie Betts scores, and Alexander Bogaerts the second on the throw. 1-0 in favor of the Red Sox, and then in the top of the second, Ben Zobrist singles on the line drive there. Right fielder Danley Nava and Ron Hannigan scores, and Kevin Kiermaier the third, and it was 1-1 to score. And then bottom of the second, the rookies continue to get their first homer at Fenway Park. Last night we saw with Garrett Cicchini, and now Christian Vasquez has his turn as a hits a homer on a fly ball to left field over the monster, and that scores Vasquez, and Garrett Cicchini scores as the Boston Red Sox take a 3-1 lead, and then in the bottom of the third, Garrett Cicchini breaches on a field error by first baseman James Loney, and Yoenis Cespedes scores, and on Craig the forward. 4-1 Red Sox in the bottom of the third, and then Rusney Castillo homers on a fly ball to left field as Castillo, Craig, and Cicchini scores, and it was 7-1 in favor of the Red Sox 2-3. And then in the bottom of the sixth, Mookie Betts doubles on a short line drive to left fielder Matt Joyce and Bryce Brent scores, and Christian Vasquez the third, 8-1 in favor of the Red Sox. And then Yoenis Cespedes grounds out pitcher Kirby Yates the third baseman, Evan Longoria the third baseman, James Loney and Christian Vasquez, and Mookie Betts scores the third, and Jack Betts Jr. second was 9-1 Red Sox 6. And then in the bottom of the seventh, Bryce Brent singles on a short line drive. The left fielder Matt Joyce and Rusney Castillo scores, and Holt brought the pitching 10-1 in favor of Red Sox. And then Christian Vasquez doubles on a fly ball to center fielder Kevin Kiermaier, 9th double season for the Vasquez that scores Brent. Here's the Boston Red Sox blow out the Tampa Bay Rays at Fenway Park, 11-1. Yes, now they improved their record to 70-89 in the season here. Alan Webster was the definition of a great pitcher here, as he gave up just one run on 7 hits and struck out 5 and 1 earned run there. And Jeremy Helton got the loss there. Next up for the Red Sox, there will be the final 3 games of this regular season here. As Derek Jeter will be making his final 3 games on the final stop of his farewell tour, as his New York Yankees make a stop at Fenway Park for a 3-game series beginning tomorrow night at 7:10 p.m. tomorrow night at Fenway Park. As Steven Wright on the man for the Red Sox, while Chris Campana on the man for the New York Yankees. And speaking of the Yankees, in typical Jeter fashion at Yankee Stadium, Derek Jeter wins it with a base hit that scored in 2 runs as the New York Yankees defeat the Baltimore Orioles 6-5. Other scores of the final: Detroit dipping Minnesota 4-2, Miami Marlins over the Philadelphia Phillies 6-4, Seattle Mariners over the Toronto Blue Jays 7-5, New York Mets 7, Washington Nationals 4 in the first game. Then in the second game, Washington Nationals blanked the New York Mets 3-0. Cincinnati over Milwaukee 5-3. Bottom of the first, San Francisco and San Diego underway with no scoring in the bottom of the first. Top of the 8th, Chicago White Sox, Kansas City Royals tied at 3-3 apiece. Top of the 8th, Oakland Athletics and the Texas Rangers 1-1 to score, and Pittsburgh Pirates blown out the Atlanta Braves 11-0 in the bottom of the 9th. Nats 10-0 in the bottom of the 9th. And take a look at our standings in the Major League Baseball here. And it shows we all know that Baltimore clinched the American League East. Los Angeles Angels clinched the American League West here. As the Los Angeles Angels clinched the American League West in home field advantage in the American League Divisional Series, Baltimore Orioles clinched the American League East and home field advantage in the American League Divisional Series, and Washington clinched the National League East and home field advantage in the National League Divisional Series, and Los Angeles Dodgers clinched the National League West and home field advantage in the National League Divisional Series. At Detroit, St. Louis, Pittsburgh, and San Francisco clinched playoff berths here. Yeah, the Detroit Tigers have a 2.5 game lead on Kansas City Royals for first place in the American League Central here. And in the National League Central, St. Louis Cardinals on a 1.5 game lead on the Pittsburgh Pirates for first place in the National League Central here. And take a look at the wild cards. Season order end the ninth there. Then you have Los Angeles Angels the 1 seed, Baltimore the 2 seed, and Detroit the 3 seed here. And Oakland and Kansas City will be in the round card playoff for the right to beat the Los Angeles Angels for first place in the American League Divisional Series. Playoffs there to beat the Angels there. And Seattle and Cleveland are on thin ice here if they want to make the wild card spot here. In the National League, playoff picture is all set. Washington will get the 1 seed, Los Angeles Angels the 2 seed, and St. Louis the 3 seed, and San Francisco and Pittsburgh will have the right to meet the Washington Nationals for the National League Divisional Series first round there. Alright, Thursday night football down in DC. New York Giants, Washington Redskins. Long-standing rivalry in the NFL East there. In the NFC East, as New York Giants take a 24-14 lead on the Washington Redskins in the third quarter here. As Larry Donald, what a game he has had here. 7 receptions for 54 yards and makes all of the New York Giants 3 touchdowns here. Eli Manning 24 for 32 attempts for 242 yards and 3 touchdowns and 1 interception here. Kirk Cousins for the Redskins 16 for 24 attempts and 215 yards and 1 touchdown and 1 interception here. And the Giants kept the score in the first quarter on a Larry Donald 5-yard pass from Eli Manning, 7-0 in favor of the Giants. And then the Giants would extend the lead to 14-0 on the Donald, 6-yard pass from Manning, 14-0 in favor of the Giants. And then Andre Roberts, 18-yard pass from Kirk Cousins, and it was 14-7 in favor of the Giants. And then Donald again, a 6-yard pass from Eli Manning, and it was 21-7 in favor of the Giants. And then Josh Brown, a 29-yard field goal, and it was 24-7 in favor of the Giants at halftime. And then a 20-yard run from Alfred Morris as the New York Giants lead the Washington Redskins 24-14 here. Here you go. With 18 seconds left in the third quarter, Columbus Blue Jackets lead the St. Louis Blues 5-4. 2-10 in the second quarter. Vancouver lead Calgary 2-1 there. And then the Los Angeles Kings will get underway at Los Angeles. Philadelphia Flyers break the New Jersey Devils 4-0 there. Pittsburgh 3, Minnesota 2 in overtime. It was Detroit 3, Chicago Blackhawks 2. It was Montreal Canadiens 3, Colorado Rockies 2, Colorado Avalanche 2 in the final in overtime here. And Nashville blanket Tampa Bay 1-0 here. College football scoreboard here with 3:06 left in the third quarter. Oklahoma State leading Texas Tech 35-28. Georgia 7 over Appalachian 34-14 with 10:26 left in the fourth quarter. And Arizona State leading UCLA 3-0. 9:39 left in the first quarter. Take a look at the sports news here. Derek Jeter, a surreal scene that absolutely fired to have Thursday morning. Turn Yankee Stadium is on Fantasyland as his closing act at Yankee Stadium was a perfect ending to a good career. A smash hit as he won the game for the Yankees. They defeat the Baltimore Orioles 6-5. 3 rats video. A law enforcement official says that sent to the NFL last spring didn't go to just any random employee. It was arrested especially to the league. Security chief, the official, has revealed. Bubba Wilson won his second Masters title in April and was the leader of the United States Medal Cup point sentence combined over the 2 years. And you got a score update. UCLA tied with Arizona State at 3-3 place with 6:54 left in the first quarter. Here, pitcher Tim Hudson received a phone call from his wife as he drove to the ballpark. Congratulated him for breaking playoff says, "Jets get up and clinch wildcard playoff spot." Clayton Kershaw does it all for the Dodgers guides Los Angeles to the National League West title. A scary scene happened in Washington Redskins tight end Niles Paul was hit hard during the second quarter for the Thursday night game against the New York Giants. He is out for the game and being invited for a concussion. In Santa Clara, California, a wrist injury that limited San Francisco linebacker Patrick Wills in practice will not prevent him from playing Sunday against the Philadelphia Eagles. Despite the obvious similarities to the James Harden scenario, and emerging guard feels he's waiting for more minutes, shots, money, and shine. Pressing and the Thunder feel that there's a better chance for them to find a way to get it on with Reggie Jackson. In Kansas City, Missouri, when it comes to the Patriots' way in Kansas City, hindsight is in 2020. It's 23-42. That was the Chiefs' record from 2009 to when Scott Pioli fresh off the 3 Super Bowl wins as a personal group with doing a cleanup, ship, and let Kansas City know a promising team here as the Patriots square up against the Kansas City Chiefs on Monday Night Football down in Kansas City, Missouri. LeBron James is all business as the Cleveland Plain Deers Bishop McPhee discussed at the Planning Commission the approval of a 10-story banner of LeBron James in the paper. Carolina Hurricane Center Jones saw Brooklyn Brown in his right leg during Tuesday's preseason game against the Buffalo Sabres. The Los Angeles Clippers have hired former Boston Celtic assistant coach Lance Frank as an assistant coach. He reached a riot agreement with the Brooklyn Nets. Frank had a trans-season in which he clashed with coach Jason Kidd with Simone Caban, daily reports. Shot ordnance forward Jeffrey Taylor has been arrested in East Lansing, Michigan on domestic assault charges. The police said Taylor, 25, was charged with 1 count of domestic assault, 1 count of assault, and 1 count of malicious destruction of property. The Cleveland Cavaliers and the Boston Celtics put off a small trade Thursday night, the eve of the Cavaliers trade campus. Cavaliers acquired Dave Bughead to trade for the Celtics. LA Vigo received a text message Wednesday night from veteran Ranger Batwing, but St. Louis as up the top center text spot had broken his left trade campus left leg. Yes. Cameron Bianetins are not quite a strongly managed self-preservation keeps some NFL players from speaking out against teammates. And in midfield, Frank Lampard has hinted he could be interested in extending his Manchester City loan deal beyond January. The former Chelsea star has scored 3 goals and go to the Equals 1-1 Premier League draw against the old club. And that's going to be for the sports ride about this. Thursday night, September 25th, 2014 at PGO with Good night. And I'll see you tomorrow right after the Red Sox Yankees game on net, and I'll be having a lot of high school football school and no not medway game. Have a good night. See you tomorrow. Good night.